Nice big package and a valuable arrival. Fortunately, this box doesn't want to open there, and I'm reluctant to show the other end too much on camera just because it does have my home address, but I guess we got in just fine. Well, darn it. Slippery little fellas. I guess we'll begin with Sailor Moon while I go and pick these up. As you can see, it's the limited edition version, which has the box that'll contain parts 1 and 2, I guess. While I'm opening this up, 23 episodes. So I guess the idea that they're going for is Sailor Moon Season 1 will be in this. I guess I'll put that down there, and as you can see, it is nice and shiny. This here says Sailor Moon Season 1 Part 2 goes here. We got a limited edition booklet there, and then we got container. So it doesn't feel like there's anything in here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back in. We've got this booklet here. It looks like it has information about the individual episodes, some information about characters, and some artwork. It actually looks really great for, gosh, is this series maybe about 30 years old now? Was it made in the 80s? Was it made in the 90s? I'm trying to remember, but I can't think. So we've got Blu-ray. This is episodes 1 through 8, 9 through 16, 17 through 23, and then we've got DVD, episodes 1 through 8, 9 through 16, and 17 through 23. You can kind of see that they have, there's Usagi, Amy, Ray, what was it? Then Usagi, Amy, Ray. You can see, oh gosh, I can't remember any of their names. I think Zoisite, Queen Beryl, I don't know. The problem is I'm trying to remember how many names are relevant to Japanese original names versus things that were changed. So I remember Usagi, of course, was her Japanese name, but for the first English dub, the Deke one, she was Serena, I believe. This one does have a dub on it. English and Japanese stereo audio. I do believe this is a completely new dub, and my guess is what Viz is doing, releasing this now, is it's a good way to kind of get people hyped up for the series again, watching it again, purchasing again. I mean, the old copies are all expensive they're expensive even by my standards, maybe. I don't know. But then you got Sailor Moon Crystal, and there's going to be some people who've watched that and others who haven't, but that's going to come out on DVD or Blu-ray here, so I'm guessing Viz is expecting to have it, and this allows us to kind of become normalized with a new set of English voice actors, so that they could probably use them for Sailor Moon Crystal. That would be my guess. This is Region A, and I guess that just about covers everything, so we'll be waiting for that Season 1 Part 2 when that comes out. Let's see, if this one's going to be next, I need to make sure I have all 3 appropriate things lined up. So here we have 3 appropriate things lined up. Blu-ray releases for Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, and The Wind Rises, this one being new, and as Disney does when it releases a new one, it re-releases 2 of the old ones. You can see they have the insert with the gold side, I guess. Blu-ray's on the inside too, and these are both Blu-ray and DVD copies. Oh dear. See, I can't do my normal thing there because there's a the tab that's normally open is closed there. So this does one of those things. So I just need to get the corner here. Any corner, really. Just need to get started so I can just start peeling it all off. Pop the remainder off there. Put that in there. So here we've got DVD. Blu-ray versions. And I'm sure there's a question. According to this down here, it's regions A, B, and C. I'm guessing this has both Japanese and English dubs to it, just because at least Disney's been very thorough in that regard. See the stickers on here. That came off nice and easily. If only more stickers could come off that easily. So next up we had Kiki's delivery service. Guess before we do that, let's nice. Feel sorry for, this one's open by default. That's nice. DVD, Blu-ray, all 3 regions. And now The Wind Rises, which is it the last one? I guess I remembered that Miyazaki is still doing some sort of animating, but I'm wondering if he wasn't doing that through Studio Ghibli. I.e. Studio Ghibli is official closing or something. I don't know. Do not take what I'm saying here as authoritative. It is purely speculative, and this speculation is trying to remember what I've read, because I do not recall at all. Now for this one, we definitely want to answer some of these important questions of that seems shinier than the others. There's that DVD version and Blu-ray version. And of course it says regions A, B, and C on the back. So let's see if I can find where it says back here English and Japanese audio. So, I mean, I expected this to be dubbed, since Disney does dub everything. And of course, when they dub an animation, they use big name actors. Let's see. I'm needing to decide on an order for the rest of these. So next up comes the Blu-ray version of Tari Tari. Tari? No, just Tari Tari. This has been released on DVD before. I do recall there was some issue people were mentioning with the DVD. It's in my notes to maybe repurchase if the problem is fixed. But I guess at this point, I need to figure out what that problem is, because I now have this. Region A only, Japanese with English subtitles. And I don't know much about the series itself, but it sounded like people had a pretty good opinion of it. I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly decided to get a job. Which, I think these titles with these really long names sound conceptually amusing, but I seem to recall this one actually doesn't rate too spectacularly. So I'm not sure what to think about that. I do know that the concept itself sounds amusing. So here we go. Of course, I got DVD and Blu-ray versions. Blu-ray's region A only, Japanese with English subtitles. So if we look at the 3-disc DVD version first, because it has more discs, as it always does, episodes 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 13. Then we take a peek at the Blu-ray version, which has the same artwork as disc 1. And disc 2. Always a curiosity to explore that for every Sentai DVD Blu-ray combination release. Next up, we have A Certain Magical Index Season 1. Of course, I'm buying this because this version is actually on Blu-ray. So, they have their older releases, which I'm guessing they got from Genion, and they didn't have licenses to release on Blu-ray, so they just released the DVD versions. So I'm getting this version, which has both. Region A only, of course, dubbed. We already know it's dubbed. And the timing for watching this is unfortunate because I could have just watched it. Looks like these could be the same discs as before, since something about this looks really familiar. Those are all DVD, and now we've got 2, 3 Blu-rays. This one's not wanting to rotate. You can see here, this is a fairly invertible cover, maybe? Different back, but it's generally okay. Yes. And next up we have One Piece Season 6 Voyage 2, which continues the well, I'm trying to remember what it was called, but names escape me at the moment. It's been a long couple of weeks. So let's see, disc 1 and 2. That's disc 1 and 2. Pretty simple, straightforward, but that's what I'll take for One Piece. So, there we go. Some really good update this week. This week's anime DVD collection update. And looks like the battery is not very happy. I should probably do this next part fast. I'm not sure how fast I can do it since I forgot to open this up and take a look at what I've watched. So I don't know if I've watched a lot or not. I'm trying to remember. What is that? What is that? What is today? Today is the 18th. So everything after the 11th. So I guess last time I finished watching Happiness. Oh, okay. So I watched My Mental Choices Are Interfering with My School Romantic Comedy. It was an okay series. I kind of mostly had a problem though being entertained by the fundamental premise. It kind of just felt like people were just shitting with the main character, and not like it was just something that unfortunately happened to him. And of course some of the anime plays along that route, but it just strikes me as kind of mean-spirited, and I don't really enjoy at least this kind of mean-spiritedness, but I thought the character interactions were pretty fun. Like, maybe they introduced a wide variety of characters, and their idea was to introduce them to each other, and that made it fun to watch. I'm going to go faster because apparently the battery's low. Valvrave, I finally went back to and finished watching. You may recall that I thought that it was very Gundam inspired, especially since the first episode is almost like the first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam and Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. And beyond that, it was interesting twists. I guess there's more I'll want to see. There's definitely some mystery going on, but I only have the first season, and I guess the next one is within the near horizon, but not out yet. And then I watched High School DxD New, which is the second season of High School DxD. I didn't entirely remember the first season. I had to watch this and remember, oh yeah, that was the fundamental premise of the series, blah, blah, blah. And, despite the fact that it's got a lot of very lowbrow humor to it, to a certain degree, it kind of felt a bit more watchable than the other things I've been putting on lately. I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright, those are the only 3 things on my history, so I'll just stick with that, and instead I guess we will briefly talk about, yeah, I'm planning to upload this. Basically, I just didn't. I just wanted to keep. I didn't. I didn't upload a couple weeks ago or a month ago because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with my stuff, and then I basically am guessing that my mom probably is subscribed to this, and I didn't want to create waves there until after I had gotten something done that I didn't know if she. Well, I know she doesn't want me to do, but I did it, and everything's good. So the plan is anime DVD collection updates every Tuesday from here, unless the packages arrive late, in which case Wednesdays. So we'll do that. Y'all have a nice week.